Am I the asshole for not letting my stepson come on holiday with us? I, 26 female, and my partner, 26 male, have 3 kids between us. I have 2 daughters, 9 female, 7 female, and he has a son, 12 male. My stepson used to stay with us at the weekends, but as he has to share a room with my daughters, he has decided he doesn't want to stay anymore, which is fair enough. He's getting older and wants space, plus he is getting too old to share now. I don't have a problem with this at all. He needs to do what is best for him, and I'm not going to force him to come to my house all the time when he doesn't want it, but he also doesn't want to spend any time here whatsoever. He wants to spend all his time at his grandma's. Now we all went away last year, he had his own room and we had a relatively good time. I was planning on booking a holiday for the end of this year, but I told my partner that I wasn't paying for SS to come with us, as by the time we go, he would have spent 0 time with the family and probably wouldn't enjoy coming away with us for a week, as he doesn't enjoy being around my kids anymore and doesn't really like me. My partner threw a massive tantrum and said I was purposely leaving him out of stuff just to be spiteful, but in reality, I'm the one who pays for everything, i.e. the holiday, clothes, food, activities etc. when we are away, and I want to enjoy myself and let my kids enjoy it without SS moaning about being here in the first place, which he will and did the last time we went away. And I don't want to pay for someone who doesn't want to be here in the first place. Am I the asshole? Should I just pay for him and get no with it? YTA. Your lifestyle excludes him. Your spouse should be doing more so y'all can afford a new place where there is space for him. You are the asshole. You may as well have just written, I don't like my stepson, so I'm going to continue to exclude him from family activities as much as I can. He's 12, not 18. Ask if he would like to go. If he says no, then fair enough. If he says yes, then suck it up, he's still part of the family. You are the asshole. So your stepson shows up with no space he can call his own. He probably feels like an outsider based on your responses. 26-year-old father with a 12-year-old son flushed. You are the asshole. You knew he had a child when you met him, so you must have known he would have to be part of your life. I feel sorry for the lad. He probably feels he's a bit of a spare part given that he can't even have his own space when he stays with you. I wouldn't want to stay there either. You should take him on holiday and allow him to spend some quality time with his father. Am I the asshole for telling a girl her presence offends me then asking her to leave? My ex, Josh 18 male, and I, 18 female, have a 1-year-old child together. He's a good parent and all, but we don't really mesh well. After a while, all we do was fight and we decided to break up. Before we started dating, there was this girl, Zoe. Apparently Zoe and Josh never dated, but everyone insists that they would have had she not moved away. One of the first things Josh's friends said to him when we broke up was, "You should call Zoe up." I've heard plenty of how perfect they are for each other. She's super pretty too. I'll admit, she was another reason we broke up. Even though she moved hours and hours away, her and Josh would still talk. Nothing ever happened, but you know. Well, she moved back into the area some weeks ago and I haven't seen Josh this happy in a long time. Our daughter's birthday was soon and we agreed on doing birthdays together, and Josh asked if Zoe could be there too since all of our friends were coming anyways. I was going to say no, but I technically had no reason to. She's been super nice to me and our daughter, and it's not like Josh and I are together anymore. She came and everyone's attention was on her. Many of them hadn't seen her in years, and well, like I said, she's very pretty. My daughter obviously didn't care, but I felt that everyone was being a bit rude. Even Josh's dad was like, "Wait, you're the Zoe?" and talked to her for ages, saying how glad he was to finally meet her. Don't get me wrong, everyone was super sweet to my daughter and my daughter really likes Zoe. But she was the main topic the whole time. My mom noticed this too and kept trying to turn the attention to my daughter. When she gave up, I got really upset. Everyone went out to the backyard and Josh had our daughter. Zoe stayed behind for whatever reason. She started telling me how cute my daughter is. I wasn't in the mood though, so I just replied with MHMS. She noticed and was like, "Did I do something to offend you?" She looked at me like I was crazy and I was so over it. I told her that her whole presence offends me and that I'm tired of hearing about her all the time. I then asked her to please leave. I heard her call me a bitch, but she just quickly whispered something to Josh then left. Now everyone is mad at me because Zoe said she doesn't feel welcome. My parents are the only ones on my side, but IDK how reliable that is considering. Please be honest, am I the asshole here? You are the asshole. She did nothing to you. You were unforgivably rude to her, for reasons that are purely internal. You are the asshole, and you're letting your jealousy show. Of course people are going to be more interested in an adult who they've heard a lot about versus a little kid's birthday. It would have been amazing if you had the grace to endure that party and express your feelings later. Your mom sucks for fueling your insecurities. Everyone else sucks for letting your daughter's B-day party turn into the "Welcome back, Zoe" event. Yeah, you weren't nice, but I feel like everyone is missing that this was supposed to be your daughter's birthday party and it turned into a party for this girl. I would have just asked him to take care of the baby till the party was over and excused myself. Unpopular opinion: Zoe knew what she was doing. You were only wrong for being rude. Keep your distance, don't play her game. Take care of your child and be polite when needed. Am I the asshole for creating a situation where my father-in-law called my wife dumb? My wife likes to pretend she is a cowgirl. Her dad grew up doing rodeo, but by the time he got married and had her and her sister he lived in the city. He still participated in rodeo for fun and his parents had a farm where he kept his horses. He would go out there with her family and work the horses and stuff. She loves horses, but she messed up her knees pretty bad when she was young, so she didn't spend a lot of time in the saddle. We were watching a movie about rodeo and she mentioned how she used to love watching her dad compete. I have seen her dad's collection of belt buckles from when he was young. By the time I met him he was a school principal. I have never seen him on a horse in real life. She mentioned that he did all the events we were seeing in the movie. Okay, that's kind of weird. I grew up around people who compete. They usually stick to their 1 or 2 events. I don't know any bull riders who also do team roping, for example. I'm sure they exist, I just personally don't know them. I am not going to argue with her about her father. If she wants to say he competed in every event, it's not worth arguing over. Unfortunately, I'm stupid. I said, you mean he did everything except barrel racing, right? Nope, he was awesome at that too. I told her that barrel racing is not something men do at a rodeo. It's a ladies' event. She started getting upset with me for doubting that her father was the best male barrel racer she had ever seen. I probably should have shut up. I doubled down and showed her a few websites for professional rodeo. She got really upset with me for taking the information on the internet as accurate when she knows what she saw. I just finally agreed with her. She ended up calling her dad to ask him about it. She put him on speakerphone. He said that he competed in 3 events but barrel racing wasn't one of them since that was for ladies. She said that she remembered him doing it. He said him and his friends might have played around at it for fun, but it was not an event for men. She kept insisting that she had seen him compete. He eventually told her to go look online. She said that I had already shown her. Then he said if she was too dumb to know how to understand the internet had the information, he should get a refund on her education. He may not be a cowboy, but he still kind of talks like one. Now I'm in trouble for her conversation with her dad. She said that if I had just accepted what she said, her dad would not have belittled her. I did not make her call her dad and ask a dumb question. But apparently I'm the asshole for not believing her. But your wife has a bigger and deeper problem. Not the asshole. Her dad's harsh, but your wife needs to admit when she's wrong. Not the asshole. How could you possibly be in awe for her choosing to call her dad and insist on something that never happened? As soon as you showed her the info online, she should have accepted she was wrong and moved on. Instead, she chose to make a call, on speaker phone, and argue with her father about what he did. None of this would have happened if she had just accepted that she was wrong. Not the asshole. She made herself look stupid. Not the asshole. Using her words. If she accepted what her dad said, her dad wouldn't have belittled her. Clearly she remembered wrong. It would have just been easy to say, "Oh geez, dad. Lol, I must remember us playing around barrel racing," and totally laughed it off. She double and triple downed until her dad was done with the convo. Am I the asshole for abandoning my family to go to college? I come from a pretty poor family, and throughout high school, I've been working part-time to help support the family. It's not the sole income, but it is a substantial part, because my mom is an illegal immigrant and only able to get paid under the table, and part-time at that. I got into a top college, and due to my family's financial status, I got a full ride. No tuition, room and board, etc., for financial reasons. This isn't tied to academic performance and guaranteed for as long as I attend, so it's a crazy opportunity. I have the opportunity to go to a top college for free, and this will lead to much, much more opportunities. Unfortunately, it's across the country from where I live. My mom is begging me not to go. My sister is too young to work for a few years, and my mother doesn't make much, so if I left instead of staying and continuing to support the family, they'd be forced to have an even worse standard of life. I told them, I'll continue working until the end of summer, but I have to go. Going hurts us short term, since my family will have less money, but not going hurts long term. Going gives me the opportunity, in a few years, to make lots of money, which can be much more helpful than what I can do as a high school graduate working minimum wage. And plus, for selfish reasons, I want to go. I want to learn, and live a life vastly different from my mom's life. I want to be great. So I've decided that I need to go, both for altruistic and selfish reasons. I know it will be hard on my mom and sister, but they'll figure out a way to survive. I'll be working full-time over the summer rather than just part-time, so that should be a little extra to tide them over. In 2 years, my sister will be able to work too. So I'm sure they'll make it. My mom thinks I'm incredibly selfish to leave her and my 12-year-old sister to struggle, and even my sister is telling me their life will be much worse without me here. It does make me feel guilty, but I feel, if I give this up now, I'll someday end up in the same position as my mom, only with an opportunity to change everything that I never took. Am I selfish? Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. You need to think about your own future. As long as they can survive, it is better that you do you. Not the asshole. This is a huge opportunity and you deserve to make a better future. Not the asshole. As a parent, I'm a bit disappointed that another parent would even think to take away an opportunity like this. Please go make a better life for you and them. Not the asshole. You are not responsible for anyone but yourself unless you have a kid someday. Not the asshole. Not even close. Point out to your mom that you get a free ride now, and in a few short years can support her financially much better with the amazing career. Or you can be incredibly short-sighted, not go, and lose all of that and work in low-paid jobs indefinitely. And while other universities are good, the benefit of a top-table university does impact your future earning potential. Usually you'll start at a higher salary and increases will go up from there. You'll be looked at for more prestigious places and jobs. And yes, it's sucky for those who don't get this opportunity. But if anyone should'll take advantage of the privilege of this, it's you.